Next, we are moving on to a dance practice. I've been trying to do a bunch of like old school stuff. So I went and found the very first dance practice on their official channel, Dramarama, Rama. I like a good dance practice though. So let's check it out. Yeah. That is actually pretty insane. Okay, there's a couple things that I have to talk about here. I'm not gonna lie, Shonu, I've always known as like considered to be one of the best dancers in K-pop, and him and his gangly legs. But there's actually a lot here that I really like. There's a couple things that I passed it. Hold on one sec. I got too distracted. This is a choreography where I actually feel like that if you were to underestimate it, it would probably kick your trash. This song is actually, this choreography is actually kind of got some complexity to it. And this spot right here is actually the part that really kind of caught my eye. Mainly because it's a lot of hand movement, but the footwork is really interesting because there's only one foot. very quick, sharp movements. I really appreciate that, because that, I mean, obviously this is probably the most obvious thing to say, but like the preciseness that you need. It's just, this is it. There's no room for error anywhere in this song. That's actually what's so crazy. Whether it be the part where they're doing all the hand movements and with their one leg up. That is insane. Like I said, the precision that's needed, I am so shocked. That mainly because I feel like every single person is so different. The fact that they are so uniform is actually what kind of blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't ever be a really fast like soloist on the guitar. My fingers are just too boxy, and I don't know, the joints just are too slow. So I usually stick with rhythm and kind of more heavy riff stuff, where, you know, even like when I think back about when I was doing Ballroom, like I had to do stuff more like I was better with like waltz and tango, and I struggled with dances like the rumba and like jive. I had a hard time with jive. Holy cow. And just stuff like that. Anything that was like just had a certain type of movement expectancy was just really, really tough. And I don't know, this is just really crazy. So I just I really appreciate the fact that they are so good with this, because this is, again, like I said, do not underestimate the choreography. It's crazy. And it's kind of interesting because now that we have seen the music video and there's that whole thing about like time travel and like all the glitching through time and whatnot, there is actually kind of even the dance replicating those glitches in time. I love the just like out of nowhere power that comes from this too. Very cool. Ooh, I love that. It's almost like a robot, or like pop and locking too. That's really interesting. I think that this is actually, like I said, one of the most unique and probably most underestimated choreographies that I can think of. Like I don't ever hear this being brought up, but you know what? This is tough. This is tough stuff. So anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you. And dulce pareculum.